This is Drive on TalkSport. Piers got loads of calls. I want to get straight into them. I've already had an Arsenal fan. Let's speak to a Spurs fan. Alan in London. How you doing, Alan?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Yeah, fine, mate. Yeah.
It's the old growler.
Is that what is that Morgan doing on your show?
Bringing
He's
a bit
putting
of
himself around a bit. The first question I got to ask him: what do you know about football, Mr. Morgan?
Well, coming from the man, how many trophies did you win when you were chairman of Spurs?
I won one.
What was that?
Trophy, yeah.
What was it?
Well, the best trophy I got was running the back page of your Mirror.
Yeah.
When I fed you all those stories.
Well, actually, your finest hour.
You never gave me anything.
Your finest hour was actually when you signed Christian Gross and declared he was the future of football.
Yeah. Well, I won't tell you about your finest hour. It'll be embarrassing, and it's not the watershed, is it?
How are Spurs getting on? Are they going to come fifth again, like they normally do?
I don't know, mate. But, I mean, listen, pot kettle. I mean, last night. I mean, what have you got to say about last night?
Oh, well, I know what you have to, you've been telling me for the last 6 years that Arsene Wenger is the best manager in Britain, yeah?
He is definitely, without a question of doubt, the best manager in the Premier League. And you are the worst supporter in the Premier League.
Okay, well,
those are two facts.
Here's the problem, you see. Spurs fans have a lower bar of expectation. You are used to abject failure. It's what your club is built on. It's what you, when you were chairman, presided over, hence the 9 clueless managers you appointed. And it is why Spurs will never win anything, because people like you like coming 5th and 6th.
Well, okay.
People like me,
I don't mind.
People like me like to win.
We don't mind it, but at the end of the day, I heard you moaning that you're coming 4th all the time. You've been in the Champions League for the last, 15, 17 years?
So what?
And you're moaning.
We've never won it.
You're ungrateful. You are an ungrateful cretin, you are. You really are.
We have never... I may be an ungrateful cretin, but I'm an ungrateful cretin that wants to win trophies.
Yeah, okay. Well, you do a lot of talking, but, the thing is that when you're up against billionaire clubs like our friends down in Chelsea and up in Manchester who just write a checkbook out to go and buy the best players in the world, don't tell me you're condoning that irresponsible methodology of football. And the good news today is I just heard on the news that the FA are finally getting up off their backside and they're going to do something about cutting down the amount of Carlos kickaballs that we've got in the league at the moment.
Yes, because you are the great Carlos kickerball expert, of course, until you signed Jurgen Klinsmann. And then you realise that Carlos
he was a deserved signature, obviously.
Right, but of course, he was signed just after you announced to the world you'd never sign any Carlos kickerballs, i.e. foreign players.
No, I didn't say that.
And the moment you found a good one, you signed him yourself, didn't you?
I didn't say that.
There's a certain hypocrisy.
You didn't mind me signing exclusive articles I laid on for the back page of that rag you used to be the editor of. Anyway, the thing is, good news is that the FA is actually doing something about it. I'd like to see how they're going to overcome the European Union rules and with the Home Office. But apparently the Home Office are getting involved and the European community is going to get involved, and we'll see how we can circumvent all the employment laws. But it'd be a bloody good thing if they can do it.
Right. Is there any danger, you think, of Spurs winning the league in the next 50 years? Because the last time you won it was before I was born.
Well, yeah, you can never say never.
I'm 49 years old.
We've got a new manager now.
I'm 49 years old, and you haven't won the league in my lifetime.
No, well, that's misfortunate for you. But anyway, we've got a new manager now.
Well, would you rather be an ungrateful cretin or a cretin that hadn't won the league in 50 years?
We have a new manager now, and this is getting used to new managers.
Yeah.
Because he's got a very long name.
Yeah.
I'm practicing pronouncing it, and I'm wondering whether it's worthwhile, because sometimes they don't last till about December.
Now, we normally have our bet on Arsenal and Spurs. Given we're live on air now, do you fancy a little wager on this season?
No, because you don't pay your bets.
I've always paid my bets.
When you place the bet when it's the 38th game of the season, we're about four below you. And then Great
Ormond Street have been the recipient of many Alan Sugar checks, as you know, signed by Alan Sugar.
My great pleasure.
Because your team repeatedly loses, and long may it continue.
Yeah, you only place bets when you're on a winner, you know. Now look, what are you doing putting yourself around? I see you on the Alan Carr show the other day, abusing me. You're on the One Show. I mean, is this all to do with you looking? Now you're on TalkSport.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a mate of yours. I think I've got a new job for you. I can line you up as the managing editor of Knitting Weekly.
Well, actually, funny enough, I got a missed call from the BBC just now about The Apprentice.
Yeah.
Something about wanting a younger guy, someone who appeals more to the female audience.
Yeah.
Someone who doesn't look like Wurzel Gummidge's older brother.
Really.
Is there going to be another series of The Apprentice? When's it on, Lord Sugar?
Be on in a few weeks' time. I'm not allowed to say.
Okay.
Because we don't want ITV putting on conflicting programming, like Britain's Got Talent, which Piers is no longer in.
Well, it got 19 million viewers when I was on it.
Yeah.
As you know.
There's nothing else on. There was nothing else on at the time.
Well, I was thinking it was about time you did something. But also, let me ask you this question, Lord Sugar.
Yeah.
Will you be going to Milton Keynes to watch Spurs when they move there?
No, because I don't think they'll be going there, actually. I think we've got a better chance to occupying West Ham's old stadium, or maybe have maybe doing a little bit of a deal with Wembley. But we certainly won't be going to Milton Keynes, that's for sure.
Well, Spurs won't fill Wembley, will they?
No, we won't fill it, but we can still use it. I mean, you know, it's a case of having to go somewhere while we're constructing the stadium, you know. I was going to, you know, we've got our contractors in there to actually build the stadium, and we've got to go somewhere. So it's either using West Ham's old stadium or seeing if we can alternate with West Ham in the new Olympic Stadium, or maybe see if Wembley will rent us out their stadium.
Can I ask you, Lord Sugar, what's your view of the new iPhone?
What's the new iPhone?
What's your view of the new iPhone?
Oh, the copy, you mean the Samsung copy? Oh, yeah, I mean, it shows you, isn't it, how they are losing out now. That Samsung's going to do them in.
Well,
they really are going to do them in.
The reason I asked you was obviously you came out with one of the world's great predictions, which was...
And by the way, I'm glad you walked straight into that one, Piersey, because...
Well, I haven't said what it was yet.
The Apple have ditched the... They've ditched their little iPlayer, whatever it's called now. They don't do it anymore.
If I could just remind listeners of the prediction, it was in 2006, and you declared iPods are gone kaput. They'll be gone by Christmas. That was 2006.
Well, it ain't Christmas yet, and they have gone now.
You didn't say which Christmas.
You did say
exactly right.
You did. You said Christmas 2006, which was, unless I'm mistaken, was 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago.
They've ditched them now.
Can I ask you what your current Twitter follower count is, since we've got you here?
Well, mine is 3.5 million.
And
yours is a grovelling 4.2 because you grovelled to every American celebrity going.
So I basically am about 25% more popular than you.
Well,
and
I should hope so. In a country with 300 million inhabitants, right? Yeah. Which threw you out in the end. But, I mean, at least, you know, it does follow that from a percentage point of view when you were over there. I mean, I don't know how many of them are really following you now. Well, I mean, when Twitter do their annual purges, I can see you going down a bit, son.
But you do accept that I've been basically 800,000 followers ahead of you for about the last 2 years.
I accept that, but you were in America, and
do you accept also that one of us has had plastic surgery on our eyes and the other one hasn't? And it's not. The young guy.
What has that got to do with football? I mean,
nothing.
I don't accept that I use Grecian 2000 like you, and I've got a full set of false teeth on the top row.
I have never used hair dye in my life. That is a statement.
Shut up!
I've never used it.
Oh, please. Come on, any hairdresser looking in on you will see it. And what about those hamsters you got up there on the top row there? What about them? I suppose you were born with multicoloured teeth, was you?
Born with immaculate teeth. I'm as God intended.
Yeah.
A work of natural beauty.
Don't bring God into this, because he don't make mistakes like you, son.
I have to say, today, maybe it's because you're on radio, Piers, there is some grey hair there, so you haven't used it
today,
have you?
I have to say also...
In the sunlight, you see the dye showing through from Grecian 2000.
Can I say, despite his gravelly behaviour today, and me reacting to him, Lord Sugar has actually got a harder go. He's been very nice to my dad. He's a lifelong Spurs fan, and he always invites me into the Spurs boardroom every year for the annual thrashing that we give them.
So are you two friends then? Is that?
Well, let's not be too hasty, you know. Sparring partners. That's how I'd like to see it.
Yeah. I think we should do a TV show together.
I agree.
Yeah, I think they should give us a TV show together where we can keep having a go at each other all the time.
Yeah, well, so long as I'm getting
the
paid,
odd couple.
as long as my salary reflects the 25% more popularity I have on Twitter, then I'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, have you got a new job yet?
No, I'm just in between jobs.
Oh right, okay, in between jobs. Okay. You're not on benefits then, are you?
Not yet. No, it won't be long. It won't be long.
Okay.
I may come begging to you in your Chigwell mansion.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll give you a job. We've got a radio system inside our factory, which I might, need someone there to keep the work.
Maybe I should enter The Apprentice. Because
you did, didn't you?
You won it, didn't you?
Well, I won the real one in America, with Donald Trump.
Yeah, who coached you how to do that, son?
Well, I won the one that's hosted by a real billionaire, Donald Trump.
Yeah, but the thing is, did you remember the celebrity one you did?
I did. I remember calling you for advice, and you were
Did I not? No, but no, don't get off the subject.
Yeah.
Who got fired in the first Celebrity Apprentice I did in England?
Was it the guy that raised the most money?
No, it was you.
No, that's right. Yeah, but it was the one that raised the most money.
Yeah, but you got fired.
And everyone saw that.
And it's on YouTube for anybody to look at.
Everybody saw that as the pathetic, cheap shot action against an Arsenal fan that we would have expected from you.
No.
And it was a sad thing to witness. I raised nearly £200,000 in that one-off extravaganza for comic relief, and you responded by firing me. And it brought you a small moment of pleasure, but I think you let yourself down there, Lord Sugar.
No,
you should have done what Donald Trump does, recognise my business brain.
If this wasn't before the watershed, I would sell people what you can't raise, actually. And then I coached you to win the US one. Do you remember that also?
Well, I gave you a choice of offering me advice or cash, and you gave me the advice.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, what are you doing on this show tonight? I mean, he must be letting you down, Adrian. I mean, he can't be giving any good sound advice or opinion to any of your listeners.
It's difficult to rein in, but I don't particularly want to rein him in. I've got an idea for you two to do a TV show. Britain's Got Great Talent. I think that could be a winner. That could be a winner. Lord Sugar, you've got us into a lot of trouble already, so we're going to have to call it a day right now. Really appreciate you calling in, and I know, Piers, you appreciate him.
He's a little sweetheart, really. Little pussycat, aren't you?
I am indeed. Yeah. Have a good time.
I send my love to Lady Sugar, who I have to say is the rose amongst the thorns in that household. So send her my love, a lovely lady.
All right, Sam. See ya.
Take care. Bye.
Lord Sugar, former Spurs chairman. Intriguing what he was saying about West Ham, actually. Obviously, he's close to Karen Brady, works with him on The Apprentice. So West Ham will allow Spurs to use Upton Park.
Yeah. I just can't see that stadium sharing going down well in London.
Do you think Daniel Levy would be comfortable moving into West Ham's old home?
No.
No, not at all. Anyway,
I don't think so.
And incidentally, those were, of course, Alan Sugar's views on Apple, not those of TalkSport.